Hey guys, what's good? Welcome to JJJBoxing, the new JJJBoxing name. The #1 boxing channel on YouTube. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, let's get into it. I watched the press conference like 2 days ago, I'd say. Or was it a day ago? I forget. Time flies. It was either yesterday or the day before. The Wilder vs. Helenius press conference. And today I want to focus more on the Caleb Plant vs. Anthony Dirrell part of it. Even though, like, I know some people like the Boxing Voice. I don't know if you watch that channel. I enjoy that channel lately. It's probably one of the most watched boxing channels right now for me personally. Just because all the opinions you get when people call in and stuff. I like that. And he's Nestor Gibbs and was it Ringwalk Danny? I forget his last name. Oh yeah, Alvarez, Danny Alvarez. Yeah, I like their channel. But anyway, yes, I know Nestor was saying like how he didn't like how the Wilder and Helenius didn't even show up to the press conference. Like they invited all the press and like it was just literally 2 TV screens, and they weren't even like big TV screens either. They didn't even like, they looked like 50-inch TV screens. But anyway, I still liked it because like I like Wilder's a good talker, you know, and like I like a lot of respect there. Helenius was respectful. But anyway, yeah, I'll talk about that in a different video about that part of the press conference and that fight in general. Back to Caleb Plant, Anthony Dirrell. This is what made the press conference more spicy, more entertaining. And like I said, I enjoy philosophical talk that Wilder, like, because Wilder talks like that. He's very philosophical. And I like that. I like that kind of talk. So I still was entertained in a different way by that and the respect that both they had. But the spiciness and the trash talk, it was really entertaining between Caleb Plant and Anthony Dirrell. So, yeah, like I'm getting hyped up for this fight just because of that. I just wish Caleb Plant was more of a power puncher. Then it would be really intriguing. But still, though, he's a very good, solid boxer, and he's got decent pop on his shots. He's just... I feel like it's not that he lacks power. I think he just has that... His style of fighting is just not tailored towards power shots. You know what I mean? Like, he's a boxer and he plays it like that. He doesn't go in there and try to get the kill like certain styles would, right? But yeah, like it's not that he lacks power or anything. I think it's just more of his style because I feel like he does have decent pop in his shots. But if he was like more of a knockout artist and more like a go-getter and like walk you down, land like hard, like sit on your punches more, I would say, then it would be even more intriguing, the trash talk. But it's still good. It's still going to be like an entertaining fight, I think. But we all know Caleb Plant's going to stick to the game plan like he usually does in box. So we got these 2 men here. You see him eyeing him down there. But yeah, let's see the words traded here. And tell me your thoughts on it, guys.
York, and I'm looking to do so in impressive fashion come October 15th. You know, this guy, he's kind of funny to me. He's got a lot to say about me. He says, you know, I hate him, and, you know, I know that's a strong word, but I hate him, and, you know, he irks me. I guess I irk him because, you know, I may not hold hands with everyone else in my weight division and, you know, be all buddy-buddy with them and, you know, stuff like that. I don't know what his deal is with me.
I think people hate on Caleb because
he's got a lot to say.
Because he has that kind of like badass attitude. But it's not like he's directing it towards, like, the other fighter. It's just, that's how he carries himself. That's how he acts. And I think that stems from maybe trauma, why he carries himself like that. And Yeah, I think because his mom died too. I think that has something to do with it, probably. That he's very like mentally hardened. He just doesn't give a fuck, and that's the way he carries himself. So it's not like he's being disrespectful towards you or anything. That's just the way he is and where he carries himself. Like, so like it's not like he's not directing it towards you, but just like everything. That's just how we do. That's the way he is.
About me, but the thing is, he don't even know me. I never kicked it with him, never hung out with him. he don't even know me. So October 15th is definitely gonna be fireworks.
He's gonna be running, man. Stop it.
Sounds good.
Running.
Sounds good.
Running. You know you running.
But
you ain't never sat there with nobody.
Even on his social media the other day.
I say Caleb Plant runs. Like, I've seen a couple of his fights, and I'm not like crazy about his fighting style. Like, I'm not like a huge fan, but I do respect that he's got good boxing skills, and he's good for boxing because his mentality, like I said, and the way he carries himself, that badass attitude. But yeah, he's definitely not like a come forward kind of fighter. But it's funny how Dirrell's saying you're just gonna run, because like I feel like if that was like another one of his favorite fighters, like I don't know who Dirrell really likes, like what kind of stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Like, I don't know enough about Anthony Dirrell's personality, but, like, say that was, like where they were talking about, like, Mayweather or something, then he would be respecting that style, you know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. Maybe he's against Mayweather in that style completely, right? But I'm just saying, I have a feeling if that's the case and if it was a fighter he liked, then he'd be okay with that style. But when it comes to Caleb, then he's saying you're running. Or, like, say, like, Devin Haney. Would he say that about Devin Haney? Like, oh, you're running? That's what I'm trying to say. And I feel like there is a certain criteria to running in boxing. Like, I feel like, you know when it's running and then you know when it's boxing kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, when you're landing shots off the back foot and, like, say, like a Lomachenko, like, that's boxing. That is boxing. I feel like if you're dishing out damage on the opponent, and you're on the back foot and you're moving around, that's fine. But if you're only pot-shotting like maybe 1 or 2 shots and you're on your bicycle, I wouldn't call that boxing. That's running.
You know, he had the Bernard Hopkins versus Joe Kozaki
never
thing.
Sat there with nobody. Run.
You know, saying, I'll never let a white boy beat me. I'll never.
Well, a white boy's probably going to beat him on October 15th. But like I agree with what Caleb's saying here. Just, he says it in a bit. He says that race doesn't matter, and I feel like that's why. One of the reasons I was getting fed up with like boxing, like back in the day, like I think like a couple years ago when I was making videos a lot more. People like make it a race thing too much, and it just really bugs me. So I kind of just was staying away from it because I don't like that confrontation. I like may the best fighter win. That's all I gotta say, and it's okay if like science has proved it that. We treat people that look more like us better, and we're more like, what do you call it? We're more accepting towards them, that people that look similar to us. Like, it's been proving, like kind of primitive behavior, like groups of people, right? And like nothing's wrong with that. You roll with the white guy if you're white, or the European if you're Eastern European, or you go roll with the black guy because you're black. That's fine, but like, don't get all aggressive about it though, and like hit and like talk down on the other fighter or the other race. And I just don't like that part of it. But it's okay if you want to go with your people. Nothing's wrong with that at all. I'm totally for that. Nothing's wrong. But just leave the aggression out of it and like stuff like that. Don't make it like a serious thing. Like we go to sports for like to get away from the political stuff. You know what I mean? We don't want that. So that's all I'm saying.
Never let a white boy beat me. And, you know, boxing nor life has ever been about race or color to me. But you remember what happened in that fight, right? Since that's what you wanted to post up. Do you remember? So, you know, like I said, it ain't never been about race or color to me. But come October 15th.
And I agree with Caleb, but then on the other hand, like I said, like me and him aren't black, so we don't understand what they went through in the past, or even right now, some of the experience they've had in life. You know what I mean? We can't judge them on that, like, because we're not in their shoes, so we can't say that race doesn't completely matter. I wish it didn't, and I know what Caleb's saying. He doesn't see it, and I agree with him. But on the other side of it, like I say, if you're not black, you don't understand fully, because race does matter to them because people treat them differently, right? But I agree with Caleb in the sense that race shouldn't matter. You got to look at everyone like they're just human beings, right? And that's what he's trying to say.
When I do beat him,
Run.
it won't be because I'm white. It won't be because of what I look like. It won't have nothing to do with none of that. It'll be because I'm better than him. It'll be because I'm better than him. That's why I'm going to beat him. But he already knows that, and that's why he hates me. Because like I said, he don't know me personally. He don't know me enough to hate me, so why would you hate me unless you know that you can't fuck with me? That's why he hates me. He going to really hate me on October 15th. So
what's wrong? You okay?
So, Anthony, we heard Caleb go ahead and give.
Okay. Where's that other part that I thought was funny was right here when, what's his name? Announcer guy there. I forget his name now. Talks about their work ethic. And I like Caleb Plant's reaction.
Taking this from an emotional standpoint.
we got a great game.
October 15th against Anthony Dirrell.
I try to approach it.
The way your career trajectory.
I don't hit.
He wasn't even himself. You knew.
The way your career trajectory has gone, did you think that it was inevitable, even dating back, it was inevitable?
Jose Uskoski was fucking his brother
Caleb
up, stopped him the first fight and the second fight.
What that got to do with anything?
And then what I come through and do
what
to
that
Jose
got to do with
Uskoski.
anything?
What I do to Jose Uskoski.
What that got to do with anything?
Accomplishing the sport.
I can't find it right now, guys.
I'm excited for it to be that.
His body language, like just the way he reacts to it's really funny though. I don't know if I can find it here. I'll try to find it quickly, guys.
Let's wait.
You got twice the fights.
Let's wait.
Is it just a
can I go?
Sorry, guys, bear with me. Where is it? Yeah, I don't know where it is, guys, but if you've seen the whole press conference, you'll see it. It's kind of funny. He just brings up announcer guy, brings up their worth ethic. Like, you both have really good worth ethic, and like Caleb Plant's just kind of like looking at him like, nah, like Anthony Dirrell's doesn't have good worth ethic. But anyway, guys, so I think you should check it out. The press conference. I thought it was really good. Yeah, but we got Caleb Plant here fighting Anthony Dirrell October 15. So, Caleb Plant is only lost once. That was to Canelo. I didn't think Caleb Plant had a chance at being Canelo, to be honest, until like the fight got closer. And then I kind of gave him a chance just on his boxing ability. I thought, because when you look at fighters that give Canelo problems, it was boxers, right? So I thought, okay, like I know Caleb doesn't really sit down on his shots, but maybe he could outbox Canelo. But then again, the judges are always fighting with Canelo, so I thought it was going to be pretty hard. But I thought in the eyes of the fans, Caleb could win a boxing match, even though he doesn't really sit down on his shot. So maybe he wouldn't hurt Canelo bad, but he could at least win like rounds and put rounds in the bank and win the fight like that. But yeah, I never really thought that he was like one of the top guys to beat Canelo. Like I never said, oh, that guy can beat Canelo. Like, to be honest, I thought Bivol was going to easily beat Canelo. And I was right. I bet money on that. I should have bet more, but I ran out of money at that time. I only bet $50 and I got back like 170 or something. the odds were like ridiculous. I don't know why, but I guess because like the judges, right? You never know with the judges, so that's probably why the bookies factor in that. But a guy in Canelo's division, I would say, like before he moved up to 175, I think, or it could be at 175 too. David Benavidez, I think, has a possibility of maybe beating Canelo, but that will be more favoring Canelo's style because they're both going to trade shots, and Canelo likes that. But yeah, I feel like I never picked Caleb as the one to beat Canelo, but he did very well against Canelo. So that's his only loss. And then you go to Anthony Dirrell. Anthony Dirrell, I haven't really seen him fight that much lately, to be honest. I thought he was more on the decline. When I think Anthony Dirrell, I kind of think guy who never really, like, maintained at the top. Like, he's kind of a right step below that championship level. That's kind of way I would view him. Even though he's only had 2 losses, I thought he had more, to be honest, than 1 KO loss. I never viewed Anthony Dirrell as, oh, that guy is like the best, right? I kind of viewed him as like a just below the elite fighter, more of a good name to have on your resume. Okay, so yeah, he got knocked out by David Benavidez, and who else did he lose to? Okay, he lost to Badu Jack. I think that's probably why I never rated him that highly, because he lost to Badu Jack, and I think I did see that fight. That was a while ago, though. I think that was in 2015. Wow, yes, that was a while ago. Marco Antonio Rubio, he went 10 rounds with him, so he couldn't even knock out him. Okay, he got Caleb Truax. He got a knockout there. Yeah, got knocked out by David Benavidez, but that's fine. That's David Benavidez. So he's got a couple names on his resume. Sakio Bika, he had a draw and then he won. Yeah, so I wouldn't consider him an elite fighter, but he's definitely he's like that threshold right before, you know what I mean? Like he's kind of like I would say a B+ fighter kind of thing. Like that guy, kind of like a gatekeeper in a sense that, you know what I mean? Like a guy that will win a title, but he can't kind of defend it, right? He'll win it maybe once, or he'll win a vacated title. But, yeah, so he's got David Benavidez on his resume, but he lost to him. So I would say his best wins are probably Caleb Truax, Marco Antonio Rubio, and Badu Jack he lost to. And Sakio Bika he won there. So I'd say those are his top names on his resume. But like I said, Anthony Dirrell's kind of never been on my radar as like, oh, that guy's like a monster, right? His KO percentage is better than Caleb's, but like I said, Caleb just has a different style of fighting. I kind of forget how Dirrell fights. I think he's more of he's kind of a boxer puncher, right? I haven't seen him fight in so long, I kind of forget, but I think he'll walk you down if he can, kind of thing. Whereas Caleb Plant always sticks to the boxing, and he's very patient. So, yeah, Caleb has 1 loss. Dirrell has 2 losses. Yeah, so who do you think's going to win the fight, guys? And Dirrell's 37, so that is getting up there. Caleb Plant is still pretty young, I'm pretty sure, right? Okay, so 30. He's in his prime. So, yeah, like, I haven't seen Dirrell fight in so long, to be honest. I forget his style, like I said. But, like, I think I'm on the money when I say he'll walk you down if he can. He'll box. You know what I mean? Like boxer puncher, I guess. Yeah. So, I assume Caleb Plant's going to be the huge favorite. But, yeah, check out the press conference, guys. It's pretty good. October 15th, it's the co-main event on the Wilder-Helenius fight. And that fight should be very good as well. I'll talk about that in another video. But both guys, it's like the total opposite press conference for them. They have so much respect for each other, and they sparred each other in the past, so that's going to be a very good fight. Both are warriors. This fight, though, yeah, I like the trash talk, and yeah, I'm expecting Caleb to beat. He's going to beat Dirrell, but I think he's going to beat him up for like a good 12 rounds. Possibly, maybe stop him if he wants to, if he really presses for it. But like I said, like Caleb just doesn't have that style. I don't remember him having that style of really going in for the kill. I can't really remember like him doing that. And if I look at his knockout, obviously his knockout percentage is only like 55%. And he does have knockouts, obviously, but against guys that aren't really, I don't think they're really that great. So so like Mike Lee, that's not the Lee I'm thinking. That's not Andy Lee. Yeah, so his biggest name on his resume pretty much is, I guess, Jose Azgatagui and Caleb Truax, right? So yeah, I feel like if Caleb wants to and he really wants to punish Dirrell, maybe he could get the knockout, but I'm saying 12-round beatdown outclasses Dirrell. That's my pick. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Triple J Boxing is out, and yeah, take care.